Quarterback, Jalen?
Yes, yeah, Jalen.
Yeah, I think he runs the ball pretty good. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of big runs, but he gives you that element of doing some of the stuff they do out of split zone, run a little bit of option with him right there. And I think he's got an extremely strong arm. And he's like any young quarterback. I mean, you know, it takes you some time, but they've done a nice job of putting him in a good situation in these first 2 games. And I think he's executed extremely well.
And I guess you still have to prepare a little bit for any other quarterback since they played some, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him do the same thing with both quarterbacks. So, you know, in the game the other night in the red zone, was it Barnett, the other guy, 8? He ran a little bit of option with him too. So the game plan is not changing for who's the quarterback.
And does he remind you of anybody you guys have played the past few years?
Probably more so than anybody. He's the guy at Florida State the other night, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, he's a young guy with a strong arm, and he's executing extremely well. So probably closest to him.
What are your thoughts on their tailbacks?
I mean, when I put on the film, big number 9 right there, Scarborough, he looks like 2. I was like, dang, he does his shoes and socks the same way, and maybe they're doing that. They're just not the stuff sticking out of the back of his head. But I thought, you know, they're big physical guys. I've never played Alabama when they didn't have great backs.
Right.
And some people might be speculating, well, they haven't done this, haven't done that, but they will. They've always had great backs.
You feel like you've come a long way in shoring up your situation on the back end with your corners without Ken?
I mean, you can't replace him if that's what you're asking me.
No.
I mean, you just can't do that overnight. We've tried to play some different techniques with him and tried to get him better in these last 2 weeks, but he won't be there, and the next guy has an opportunity to step up, and it's against a great football team. So I hope we've definitely gotten better. That's the only way I
Who you feel like is kind of rising to
I
the
think both the
challenge?
freshmen are coming. I mean, I think Jalen and Jalen are both coming. They've made a lot of improvement. I've seen Kalo try to do some things. We try to help him with his technique. He's got the speed. He just hasn't been a good technician for us and been able to execute some of the things that we're trying to do. So he's going to have to help us Ordway. It's going to be a committee of players out there that are going to have to do it.
You had mentioned earlier last week that you wanted to see him be more aggressive and competitive and challenging.
Yeah, it's been a big deal for us. I thought in the game a week ago Monday, I thought we were way off and way soft, and we don't teach playing 9 yards off. And sometimes maybe that's what I was talking about early in the season, even though you talk to the young guys about doing those things. The lights come on, and they're going against these big time SEC and ACC receivers, and you know, you have to learn that being off of them is just as bad as being close to them. I think that's obvious, and you can see that on the film. So